evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. Right now I'm in Pavilion Bukit Jalil. This is the Omoda E5 which I'm going to feature today. In the previous video, I already featured the Chery Tiggo 7 Pro, and in a longer time of my video, my channel, I already covered the Omoda 5 as well as the Tiggo 8 Pro. Today, I'm going to bring you a tour with this newly launched the Chery Omoda E5. It is basically an electrified version of the Chery Omoda 5 right there, which is replacing with the electric motor, replacing the 1.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder engine with CVT gearbox. Today I'm going to bring you a tour around this Chery Omoda E5. So this is actually a SUV which is competes against the BYD Atto 3, which is also an electric model, and I will tell you each of the details for this Chery Omoda E5 differentiate with the normal petrol version of the Chery Omoda 5. Now let's look at the spec sheet first. It's a front-wheel drive vehicle. Estimated range is 430 kilometers according to WLTP. Okay, these are the dimensions. And the charging 30 to 80 takes around 28 minutes for the DC mode. Okay, now let's start with the exterior styling. The first thing you can differentiate between the normal Omoda 5 is the front grille right here. Because for electric vehicle, you do not need any so big air intakes. That's why Chery already covered this part to a more flat, more cleaner design, which I think most people may prefer this kind of styling. Because the Chery Omoda 5, the petrol version, has too much of lubang there, which some may have trypophobia. Okay, so they have replaced the Chery logo with the Omoda, and this part houses your charging port. Okay, this has a 360-degree camera. These are your daytime running lights. This daytime running light actually has a different design than the petrol version, so it's basically a different front look. That is your actual headlights with gloss black finishing. Down there is the air intakes for you to cool down the battery, because the battery is actually located bottom of the car as well as the front bonnets. There's a front parking sensors around it. And these tires right here is actually the aerodynamic tires compared to the normal petrol version right there. Here has some plastic cover to improve the aerodynamics. Here you get 215, 55, 80-inch tires, and this design looks much more cleaner. And the rim cap right here, they replaced the Chery logo with the Omoda, which looks very premium. There's a welcoming light there. And one more difference, the E5 compared to the normal Omoda 5 is the behind of this E5 has a multi-link setup suspension set with the Tiggo 7 Pro as well as the Tiggo 8 Pro. Whereas the Omoda 5 petrol version gets the rear torsion beam. So these are some technical difference that you can actually feel it through driving. The multi-link actually provides a better comfort. Okay, and the ride height, in my opinion, I think is almost identical to the normal Chery Omoda 5 right there. Calipers right there is not painted red, it's in silver. There's a side mirrors finished in gloss black, and there's a sunroof as well. Towards the rear, there are very minimal difference between the petrol version and the electric version. The electric version doesn't have the exhaust tip, but in the petrol version it's actually just the aesthetic setup. Does not serve any purpose other than design cues. Same taillight designs. Okay, and you get a power boot. For the E5, it actually gets an additional ducktail spoiler, and this spoiler design also a bit slightly different than the usual petrol version. This part is actually a sticker. If you peel off, it's just a regular gloss black plastic, which you'll find in the normal petrol Omoda 5 as well. Here's the port open and charging port. These are your headlight controls. When you pop open, the charging port is actually located at the front, so if you have a forward collision, this may feel a bit expensive to replace. There's your charging port, there's a AC and DC charging port there. To close it, just push it back. You get a keyless. I apologize for the music. Okay, so for the interior color choices is different from the petrol Omoda. In the petrol Omoda, it's a full black interior, but in the E5, you get this kind of design. Okay, mixture between blue and white. The screen right here is almost the identical one you find in the Tiggo 8 Pro as well as the Tiggo 7 Pro. Here's to adjust the brightness of the screen right here. There's the volume button. And you get ambient lighting around the car, same with the Tiggo 7 Pro. And the door panel design also carry over from the Tiggo 7 Pro. One of the things that you can find difference between the normal petrol and the electric is you get this one. This is the driver assistant feature where it detects your eye. If you are out of focus, the car actually alerts you by using this system right here. The steering wheel, very high quality. You get tilt and telescopic. And you get adaptive cruise control right here with lane centering. These are all touch sensitive button, capacitive touch. As you can see, you can actually touch it. Here's the gear stock. They are no longer the traditional gear stock you find in the petrol Omoda. It's using this Mercedes-Benz style or Tesla style. And now actually the car is switched on. As you can see, the air conditioning is actually running. And here shows your battery charge and your remaining range. Okay, the footwell using the floor-mounted pedals, Sony premium sound system, and there's some door pockets around here. And in the petrol Omoda here, you have aircon controls. Okay, but in the E5, it's all controlled via shortcut buttons right here. It's all operated by touchscreen. You can adjust the temperature. It's dual zone. Here, front and rear defrost. This is your hazard light. Here's your mode. This is to switch off the screen or turn on the screen. Okay. This to turn off the aircon. So the screen right here supports Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, just like the regular Omoda 5. This part is very nice leather wrap. This texture is actually plastic painted, but it looks good in person. Dashboard is hard plastic. There's a center speaker right here. This is our driver assistant feature. Here is the port for you to mount your dash cam. Get sunroof. Not the panoramic type, just a small sunroof. Here is the difference between the normal Omoda 5. You get more storage space right here. Here is covered with felt, so you put your things, it won't make noise. 2 cup holders, 1 compartment covered with felt as well. Very solid lid and very well built as well. There's no any rattling sound. Here as you can see details. Open it. It's a chiller box inside here with a light. Sun visor, you get a ventilating mirror. This is perfect for ladies. As you can see, the ventilating mirror has a light which lady can do your makeups. The lights have different types of modes you can adjust, and it's very large. For both sides. The rearview mirror is frameless. And the headliner is finished in beige, so it gives you a better sense of space. The seats are different from the petrol Omoda 5. You get a little bit more design and looks very premium. It's like semi-pocket seats. Electronic adjustment for the driver. So let's get to the back seats. One thing if you notice is you sit a bit more higher than the normal petrol Omoda 5 as the battery is mounted on the floor itself. And the seat bench is relatively comfortable, but you do see my leg a bit goes up because of the seat base is raised. And the headroom is generally quite okay considering the design of the Omoda 5 is a bit of a coupe SUV. At the back here you get a USB Type A and Type C, and here you get a rear aircon vents only for one, so you need to adjust left or right. As you can see, the passenger seat also comes with electronic adjustment. Get 2 seat pockets, central armrest right here, and for the door panel at the behind, there did not cast cords on it, which is very nice. Still get very plush leather, ambient light, as well as very nice details. There are a lot of mixture of materials in this Omoda E5, which I appreciate it. Door closing are relatively solid, and this part is not wrapped in hard plastic compared to the Tiggo 7 Pro. This is also a plus point. Visibility is a bit limited due to this front semi-bucket seat is rather huge. Here's the interior of the E5, looks very premium. Consider the prices. Get reading lights, retractable grip handle, and the CPU right here is rather blocked, as I mentioned just now at the exterior. This part is actually not a cermin or a mirror or glass. It's just things that makes it as an aesthetic touch. Open the door. Go from the left. The window switches are also very high quality. And one thing forgot to mention, this car doesn't have a start-stop button. Because when you enter the car, you press on the brake, you pull the gear stalk to D, you can just drive off with your keys on yourself. Ingress and egress is relatively easy because the door opening is pretty wide. Here's the boot space, you get power boots. And as you can see, the interior color is, instead of black, they give you like a dark blue ocean kind of theme, which is very thoughtful in my opinion. And this underneath the floor, you have a tire repair kit, because electric car usually they do not come with spare tires, and some storage for you to put your stuff. And the board right here is very thick, so it gives you nice soundproofing. You can also fold down the rear seats. By 60/40, so the seat back can be folded rather flat to put more stuff. And there's a tonneau cover right here attached to this. And here there's a emergency release in case you get kidnapped. The boot organized is quite nice, and here you get a 12-volt socket as well. To close it, just press the black buttons right here. As you can see, the sunroof is open. So this marks my short review of this 2024 Chery Omoda E5. Do you like the design of it compared to the petrol version? Do comment down and let me know. And personally, I'm fancy with this Omoda E5 front fascia as compared to the petrol one, because this looks cleaner and less busier than the petrol version. And the claim range is around 430 kilometers. Is considered quite okay considering the BYD Auto 3 offers 480 km of range. Depending on your driving style, the range may be different for each person. So one variant offer front-wheel drive electric Omoda E5. Do consider a subscribe for me if you like my short review of this Chery Omoda E5, and do check out my other videos if you are interested into looking into my review video for other brands of the car. See you guys in the next video. Cheers.